When we are working with equations, especially linear equations, sometimes we're going to find it very helpful to solve for a different variable than what it's already solved for, or sometimes it's not solved for a variable and we would like to, because a lot of times if we're graphing something, we might want it to say y equals, and we'll get into that a little bit more. But in order to do that, we're going to have to know how to solve the equation for a variable. So at the end of this lesson, you'll be able to solve equations for a specified variable. Right, in all of these example problems, we will be solving for y. So there's going to be a problem, and these will be helpful when we get graphing equations that we will be able to, if we put them in y equals form, we're going to be able to find information out of them. We're going to be able to find something that's called the slope, the y-intercept. We'll be able to graph it and do different things with that. So what we are going to do is solve for y. Just like I did in a previous video, when we're solving for a certain variable, I usually like to circle the variable that they're solving for, and this time I'm actually going to circle that whole chunk, everything that went with the y. So if you look at this, we don't want the 5x there, so what I am going to do is to get rid of the 5x, we're going to, since it's positive, we're going to subtract 5x from both sides. And when I subtract it, notice instead of putting it below the 5x, I'm just going to put it next to it. I think that makes it a little bit easier. So we're going to get rid of the 5x's, and then I'm going to look, what do I have left still? Negative 4y equals, and I cannot combine these, we cannot make them 15x, we have to just leave them as 20 minus 5x. And then from here, if we would like to solve for y, since it's y times negative 4, we'll just divide every single part by negative 4. And then when we do that, these are gone, we'll get y equals 20 divided by negative 4 is negative 5. And then a negative divided by a negative is going to be a positive. Since 5 divided by 4 does not work out nicely, we're just going to leave it as 5 divided by 4. If it did work out nicely, we could actually work it out. So that's what that equation would look like solved for y. Right? I'm going to do another one with you, and then you're going to get to try number 8 all on your own. Okay, this time again we want to solve for y, so I'm going to circle the whole entire part that includes the y. And now to get rid of what's next to it, to get rid of minus 10x, we are going to do plus 10x and plus 10x. And again, I like to put it up in that same line. It just seems to make a little bit more sense. So the 10x's are gone, so I'm going to have 5y equals 40 plus 10x. And we do not combine those because they are not like terms. All right, now to get the y by itself, to get rid of the 5, we're going to divide all three parts by the 5. So we're going to get y equals 40 divided by 5 is 8 plus 10 divided by 5 is 2x. And so that would be my equation solved for y. All right, now I'm going to let you try number 8, so please pause the video at this point in time. When you're done, come back and see how you did. All right, we want to solve for y, so I'm going to circle the whole portion that includes the y, and then to get rid of the 12x, since it's positive, we'll do minus 12x to both sides. Again, I like to write that all in one line. The 12x's are gone. I still have a positive 3y equals, this will be 9 minus 12x. Again, do not combine those. They are not like terms. Then to get rid of the 3, we will divide every part by 3. So we'll get y equals 9 divided by 3 is 3 minus 12 divided by 3 is 4x. So that's what the equation looks like solved for y. So hopefully now you can solve a formula for a specified variable.